Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving into a topic that could literally change the way you experience your daily life. The dopamine detox. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Detox. That sounds intense, but stick with me because this isn't about deprivation. It's about reclamation. It's about taking back control of your focus, your motivation, and ultimately, your happiness. Have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling through social media only to look up and realize an hour has passed? Or maybe you have a big project to work on, but the thought of starting it feels so overwhelming that you reach for your phone, a video game, or a sugary snack instead. That, my friends, is your dopamine system at work. Dopamine is often called the pleasure molecule, but that's a bit of a misconception. It's more accurately the motivation molecule. It's the neurochemical that drives you to seek rewards. Our brains are hardwired to release dopamine when we do things that promote survival, like eating or socializing. But here's the catch. The modern world has hijacked this system. Think about it. Social media notifications, fast food, endless streaming content, online shopping. These things provide instant, easy hits of dopamine. They're designed to be irresistible. The problem is, our brains get used to this high level of stimulation. It's like eating candy all day. Eventually, a healthy, delicious apple starts to taste bland. Similarly, when our brains are flooded with easy dopamine, the things that require real effort, like studying, working on a personal project, or even reading a book, seem boring and unappealing. Our motivation plummets, and our ability to focus shatters. We get stuck in a cycle of seeking cheap thrills, leaving us feeling drained, unfocused, and ironically, less satisfied with life. But what if we could reset this system? What if we could make those difficult, meaningful tasks feel exciting and rewarding again? That's exactly what a dopamine detox, or more accurately, a dopamine fast, is designed to do. It's about intentionally reducing your exposure to these high dopamine, low effort activities to allow your dopamine receptors to reset and resensitize. It's like giving your brain a much needed palate cleanser. So, how do we actually do this? Let's break it down into practical, actionable strategies. I like to call this the Pro-Focus Protocol. First, identify your dopamine triggers. Be honest with yourself. What are the activities you turn to when you're bored, stressed, or procrastinating? For most of us, the list will include things like mindless social media scrolling, binge-watching TV shows, playing video games, consuming sugary foods, or constant online browsing. Write them down. Seeing them on paper is the first powerful step toward regaining control. Next, it's time to schedule your detox. You don't have to go cold turkey for a week. That's a recipe for failure. Start small. Try a dopamine detox Sunday. For one day, commit to abstaining from the major triggers on your list. No social media, no streaming, no video games. The goal is to intentionally embrace a bit of boredom. So, what do you do instead? This is the fun part. You replace those low effort habits with high effort, high reward activities. Think of things that are analog and engaging. Go for a long walk in nature without your phone. Read a physical book. Write in a journal. Have a deep face-to-face conversation with a friend or family member. Tidy up your living space. Plan out your week ahead. Cook a healthy meal from scratch. At first, this will feel weird. You might feel restless, anxious, and incredibly bored. Your brain will scream for its usual fix. This is normal. This is the withdrawal. But this is where the magic happens. As you push through that initial discomfort, you're teaching your brain that it doesn't need constant, instant gratification to survive. You're rewiring it to find joy in simpler, more meaningful pursuits. As the day goes on, you'll start to notice something amazing. The world will seem a little more vibrant. Your thoughts will become clearer. That book you've been meaning to read will suddenly seem captivating. You'll feel a sense of accomplishment and calm that you just can't get from 1,000 likes on a photo. Once you've successfully completed a one-day detox, you can start integrating smaller mini detoxes into your daily life. For example, dedicate the first hour of your day to being completely screen-free. Use that time for meditation, exercise, or journaling. This sets a calm, focused tone for the rest of your day. Rather than starting it with a chaotic flood of notifications and external demands, another great technique is to implement tech-free zones in your home. Maybe the dinner table and the bedroom are designated as screen-free areas. This fosters better connection with your family and improves your sleep quality. The real goal here isn't to eliminate fun things from your life forever. It's about shifting your relationship with them. It's about moving from being a passive consumer to an intentional creator of your own experience. After a detox, when you do decide to watch a movie or play a game, you'll enjoy it more because it will be a conscious choice, a genuine treat, rather than a mindless escape. Let's talk about mastering focus for the long haul. A key strategy is to structure your work and study sessions. Instead of facing a giant, intimidating task, break it down into small, manageable chunks. Try the Pomodoro technique. Work with intense focus for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. During that break, don't reach for your phone. Stand up, stretch, look out a window, or grab a glass of water. After 4 of these cycles, take a longer break. This method works because it respects your brain's natural attention span and uses the promise of a short break as a mini reward, harnessing your dopamine system for productive purposes. You're essentially training your brain to get its dopamine hit from completing a focused work session, not from a distracting notification. Over time, the act of focusing itself becomes rewarding. You'll start to crave that feeling of deep work and flow, where you're so absorbed in a task that time seems to fly by. That is the ultimate win. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you slip up, and that's perfectly okay. The key is not to be perfect, but to be persistent. Don't get discouraged, just notice it, reset, and get back on track with your next mini detox or focused work session. The goal is progress, not perfection. By implementing these strategies, you're not just detoxing from dopamine. You're fundamentally changing your brain's reward circuitry. You're teaching it to value effort, to find satisfaction in challenge, and to unlock the incredible power of sustained focus. You'll find yourself more motivated, less anxious, and more present in your own life. You'll become the master of your attention, not a slave to it. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope these strategies help you master your focus and motivation. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our future content. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Share your own dopamine detox tips or challenges in the comments below. Let's build a focused and motivated community together. See you in the next video.